Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Nanny Joanne. Today we are doing a part 4 review of the 5 love languages of children, and for today we are going to be doing gifts. So, does your little one go crazy at the store? Does your little one jump all over you and say, "Oh my God, I love you, thank you so much" when you get him a gift? Can you tell a difference when you've gotten him a gift and perhaps a month or two goes by and you don't get him anything? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to be covering this topic in depth so that you can learn if your child's primary love language is gifts. So right off the rip, parents are gonna be like, gifts? I'm not gonna gift my kids something that's showing them how to be materialistic. I wanna give them genuine love by spending quality time, hanging out with them, doing things together, having a real in-depth conversation, not by buying them a gift, because what am I teaching them? But as the author breaks this down, he makes a really big distinction between gifts as far as I'm giving this to you because I owe you this, because last week you did this, or I'm giving this to you in hopes that you continue to do something or that you do something. So there's a distinction there. Gifts are usually sincere items that we give one another that have genuine meaning behind them. Not because you cleaned your room and not because I want you to do something in the future or continue to do something. So when parents give their children gifts for getting an A on an assignment or for doing their chores, this isn't really genuine because we're giving a gift because of a service that was rendered, a service that was given. When a parent tells you, if you do your homework, if you put your shoes on, if you behave correctly, I'll get you this ice cream, I'll get you this Lego set, I'll get you this Barbie doll. That's not a genuine gift. That's a bribe. There's a big difference that I see parents do so many times. They will bribe kids into doing something, and that's not genuine. Now, many children don't understand the concept of bribery, but they're going to understand, okay, if I do this, then I get this. And you can see how that becomes a cycle of, well, I don't want to do it and I don't care about that. Or let me do this and then I'll get that. It doesn't become sincere. It doesn't become genuine. Now, this next sentence I love because it just makes so much sense. So listen up. The grace of giving has little to do with the size and cost of the gift, and it has everything to do with the love. So you know how they always say bigger isn't always better? Well, a gift doesn't have to be this enormous, overpriced, big ticket item. It can be something so small as a little souvenir from a business trip that you went to, or a rose that you passed by a flower shop and reminded you of a child. These are all gifts. And gifts also don't have to have any monetary value to them. It can be something that you made for your child and it will hold a soft spot in their heart. Now, being a nanny, I've worked with a plethora of parents that obviously are busy working, and that's why I fill that role for them. So a lot of things that I've seen is that mom and dad feel guilty because they're not always around. So when they do become around, they'll bring home a gift, an expensive item, or something that lets the kid knows, I thought about you and I bought this for you because I know that you like this item. However, be careful of this. Giving a gift to a child may represent something to you, but to them, you may be depriving them of what they really want. They may just simply want to be with you. They're not going to care about a gift that much. That's why for a couple of seconds, for a day or two, it's cool. And then next time, it's somewhere under their bed, forgotten, because that gift didn't hold enough sentiment for them. It's just a cool new item that they got, but that's not where their love language derives from solely. I will read another little line from you from this book that I'm sure can resonate with a lot of parents. So it says, abuse of gift giving can occur when a child is living with a custodial parent following a separation or divorce. The non-custodial parent is often tempted to shower a child with gifts, perhaps from the pain of separation or feelings of guilt over leaving the family, which can also be if they have to go to work for, 10 hours a day or something. When these gifts are overly expensive, ill-chosen, and used as a comparison with what the custodial parent can provide, they are really a form of bribery, an attempt to buy the child's love. Yes, 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 yes. You have to be very mindful of what you're giving your child and under what circumstances are you giving these gifts to your child. At first, children won't really know what to expect of these gifts other than, wow, cool, a gift. But they're gonna develop a feeling like, oh, I'm kind of like being bought off because you feel bad that you're not here. Or I'm being given this because perhaps I'm being too annoying and you just want some peace and quiet. It's a substitute that they will maybe subconsciously internalize as a substitute for genuine love. This can make children manipulative and, as I mentioned earlier, materialistic. And when they grow up, they might use these same tactics to manipulate other people in their life by saying, oh, I made a mistake, sorry, here's a diamond ring. Oh, I made a mistake, well, look at what I bought you. Oh, I know, I wasn't available, but at least I thought about you at the store and I bought you this, nice piece of jewelry. But we all know that those gifts, although they're nice, they would be much more appreciative if all of our other love languages were also filled. Now, parents are not the only culprits of over-gifting. Grandparents, cousins, uncles, other family members can also be gift-giving, but to a kid's detriment. When you have so many things, the items kind of lose their specialness to them. They just get thrown around with the rest of the other toys, the rest of the other gifts, and there's no special, unique sentiment behind it. Eventually, none of the gifts have any real meaning, and the child can become emotionally dead when receiving gifts. Like, oh, great, another gift. For me, add that to the collection. Like, oh, thank you, but this is not as exciting as like the last PS4 I got, but I'll take these pair of socks, I guess. You see how that may kind of like backfire on people who just keep constantly giving and giving and giving and upping the ante? That reminds me so much of so many kids that I have worked for who have so many toys and are constantly telling me, I'm bored. How are you bored? You have so many things. But that is precisely why they are bored, because they have so many things. Listen to this. Lavishing too many gifts is like taking a child into the toy department and saying, all of this belongs to you. The child may be excited at first, but after a while, he is running around in all directions playing with nothing. So true. This is why it's extremely important to gift children with appropriate gifts. Now, not all gifts need to be educational, but something that you should consider is, how long will this last for? Is this something that they can use over and over? Is this a really high ticket item that I can't really afford? They need to have some kind of purpose. So that's not like... Now, the author's not saying that you can't give a child a gift when they get a good grade or at the end of the week when they have completed all their chores, but he is saying to not call them gifts. You, as a parent or caregiver or nanny, should acknowledge what you're giving them for what it really is. You got an A on your test today, and because of this, I'm gonna treat you to ice cream. Wow, you completed all your chores and I didn't have to ask you. I think that you deserve fill in the blank. But don't say, hey, here's a gift for you because you got an A. Like, no. Call a spade a spade. If you're giving them something, let them know why you're giving them something. Now, being that most children love gifts, how do you really know if receiving a gift is your child's primary love language? It's quite simple. The kids whose primary love language is gifts, they'll just respond differently when they receive a gift. They will appreciate how you've wrapped the gift, as this is an expression of your love to them, taking the time to wrap it and to place it nicely. They'll talk about the bow and the wrapping paper and how thoughtful it was of you. They will ooh and ah over the gift and the anticipation of opening it. Once they have opened their gift, they will thank you like 1,000 times. They'll be so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is exactly what I wanted. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Oh, this is beautiful. They won't care about the materialistic aspect of it. It could be a rock, it could be a flower, it can be a picture of you and them that you painted. It will simply hold a special place in their heart because the gift represents an expression, an extension of your love to them. And they will find a special place, perhaps in their room or in their playroom, where to display this gift, and they will talk about it for a couple days after. And every time someone comes home or a friend that they have a play date with, they'll be like, oh my God, look at what mommy and daddy brought me from their trip to wherever. Oh my gosh, look at what I got. Look at what I got that week when mommy was away. To a child whose primary love language is gifts, it will matter to them if you bought the item or if you made it or found it or got it for free. They will just simply genuinely be overly ecstatic that you thought enough of them to get them something. Now, as always, every chapter ends with a few quotes taken from children whose primary love language was just talked about. So here we have a boy who is 5 who was talking to his grandmother after his second day of kindergarten. And he tells her, "My teacher loves me, Nana. Look what she gave me." And he held up a bright blue ruler with large numbers printed across it, the evidence of his teacher's love. Another example was of Josh, who was 18, who received a car from his parents. Now, Josh knew that he didn't deserve the car because he didn't do that good in high school. But along with the gift, the parents told him, "This car is for you because we want you to know how proud we are of you that you're going to college." To Josh, even though he knew that he didn't quite deserve the car, that was an expression of love from the parents to him. For a child whose primary love language is gifts, gifts are more than just material objects. They are expressions of love. That is why for many children or people whose primary love language is gifts, they are distraught and traumatized when they misplace or lose or one of the gifts that they've received have gotten destroyed. Here are a couple ideas of gifts that you can perhaps give your child. Select presents that fit your child's specific needs. When you are away from home on business or on vacation, how about you just mail them a package with their name on it? Be on the lookout for personalized gifts with your child's name on it. You can hide a small gift in your child's lunchbox with perhaps a nice note. Buy or make your child a special ring, necklace, or bracelet as something that you made just for him or her. And maybe you can make a secret drawer or design a secret nook where your child can house all these gifts that you are giving him or her. All right, guys, I hope this little chapter review was useful for you. And as always, stick around because next week I am doing, last but not least, acts of service. That is my husband's primary love language, and boy, oh boy, was I getting it wrong. So stick around, and if you've liked this video, make sure you're subscribed and you like or share this video if it applies to you. And I will see you guys all next time with more of the 5 love languages of kids.